What is good, everyone? It's your boy J.King.
Jono.
Justin here.
And this is
Chat with my cousins podcast.
Here we go, one more again. Here we go again. Here we go.
Showing your
You
age.
know this damn podcast. I got something to talk about on that, by the way. You got it. That's a classic, and you already know it. So, before we get started, first things first, let's go ahead and give out our social media outlets. On Twitter, we are at CWMC Podcast. On Instagram, we are at Chat with My Cousin or Chat with My Cousin, no podcast, just Chat with My Cousin. On Facebook, we are at Chat with My Cousin. And our email is chatwithmycousin@gmail.com. So please hit us up on those social media outlets. We are everywhere. But if you're here, we appreciate it.
Ask us what you want, what you need. What can we do for you, man? We're here to serve ourselves first, but definitely we want to make you happy.
Or just send us a note and let us know how you are and what you think about this podcast.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. All right, cuz, you got a black business though, man?
Yes, sir. Mo's The Stuffed Baked Potato Factory, owned by a guy named Mo, is located off of 6362 MLK. Very good food. They have baked potatoes stuffed with pretty much every kind of meat you can imagine, seafood, basically anything you can imagine. They're huge. It takes you some days to eat them sometimes. That's how much meat and potato is on there. Stuffed boudin balls, some with cheese in it. And then he makes this great magic dust, which is like a seasoning, kind of like Seasonal Lawry's style, but it's low sodium, so it's pretty good for you. I mean, it's better for you than Lawry's, I guess.
Yeah.
And are the other ones that have all this stuff in it. So, good guy. He's been on Food Network recently, so it's about to take off.
Yeah,
so it's a good place. I know him. I've known him for a few years through some family friends. So, the Stuffed Baked Potato Factory is. You want to try that. You want to try that before you go out. So, I suggest you look into it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I love me a good baked potato. I haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
And then we talking MLK, so
Right. There's one in Herm Clark, too. There's one over here, too, in Herm Clark on the southwest side. So, he's got two of them now. The one in Herm Clark, I don't know the address exactly, but, it's 14708 Herm Clark Road. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Right there in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Good
boy.
stuff.
So please go support our black businesses. It's always important, man. I appreciate that, cuz.
Yeah.
It sounds like that type of food that you buy somebody when they work on your car.
Yeah.
And you ain't gotta
that's it.
you don't really want to pay them, but you're hungry. And then they like, you gonna give me a baked potato? But then it take them 2 days to eat it. And they like, man, that was a good baked potato. And you like, thanks for swapping out my engine.
Or when you get that good haircut and you want some lunch, you
Yeah.
ride over, because you're probably in the hood anyway if you're getting a really good haircut. So you ride over there, get you a potato or some Frenchies or whatever you want to get, take your ass to the house.
Pretty much.
You already know.
Hop on the mat, hop on the 2K.
Right. Figure that out. That's Haircut Houston swag.
Yeah.
You already know. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's go ahead and segue into your what's on your mind, cuz. What you got on your mind?
Oh, man, I've been so blank-minded all week. You know what's on my mind? Boxing. I don't know if y'all have noticed, I am a boxing fan. We got some fights coming up. I'm excited. I just heard about Gervonta Davis knocking out old boy and TKO third round. I just saw the end of that fight with those two guys, whoever they were, and his coach punched him in the face, man.
Andre Durrell.
Jose, okay.
I forgot the last name.
Oh man, I love boxing so much. It's the sport that really I could sit down and I could watch all week. I don't really have to watch anything else. I could watch boxing and I could watch cartoons. I'm that type of person. I'm weird like that. I love that stuff. And most of it ain't even as violent as most people be thinking it is, but I just love that stuff. I love a good boxing match, and it's getting into that season where they putting the really good fighters together, and we're going to see some real good stuff. Even HBO's got some stuff popping off, so, I'm mostly a Showtime boxing kind of fan. I like to watch their fights a lot more than HBO, but HBO they got a nice little roster coming up, so I'm excited. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what's going on with the the one on CBS. I forgot the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all really be watching like I be watching. It's the one all black with the gold outline. So I know y'all know. I know what I'm talking about. Just follow me.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Boxing is always fun. Cuz, what you got on your mind?
Man, I didn't follow my own advice from a few weeks ago. I didn't get all my rest because I teach 5th grade, and we had a lock-in last night at one of those kind of pizza joints that similar to the ones that when you grew up, they had the mechanical people.
Lock-in, though?
Yeah, lock-ins all night, 12 to 6. So, threw my whole sleep off. The kids had a great time. Yeah, I mean, no sleep. Just up all night. They didn't go to sleep.
Oh, no. The second you start getting tired, they start breaking stuff. I get it.
Right, so they don't have those mechanical machines anymore. Now they have just a big room full of games, and then they still have the tokens. They still have those cheap prizes that you get with the tickets. Yeah. But they don't, and they have beer on tap, which I thought that's new. And the pizza was better. Remember, the pizza used to be horrible.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit. You can eat it. It's edible. So it used to not be like that.
Like I ain't gotta throw hot sauce and Parmesan cheese and all that spicy sprinkle stuff on it. I ain't gotta make it taste like something.
Right. So I'm using this good app. I'm going to Spain this week or tomorrow, and so I'm using this new app called Travefy, which I just have to share because I've never found anything like this. It's called Travefy.com. It's an itinerary planner. And what you do is you can plan your whole trip, and you can put all these notes in there and numbers and all the stuff you need, so that when you get off or when you get to places where you're going, you can call people you need to call, and you have the address in your hand, and it's just really a good way to be organized. Not just I like it. I mean, I hope it works like I think it will.
Yeah.
But I do have some new advice for this week. And that advice is to follow your passion. Every day. Yeah, every day. I've been kind of thinking about my career and where that's going and what I want to do. And today, this morning, one of my students at the lock-in before I left, they knew it was the last time I was going to see them for the year. So they said, one of them came up to me because I'll back up a little bit. Earlier this week, we talked about careers, and they were asking me, how did you become a teacher? And I told them, how I didn't always want to be a teacher, but it just kind of happened, and I feel like it should have happened. Like I feel like I'm in the right place. Mm-hmm. And so, but I said to her, I also said in the same breath, this was earlier this week, that I'm kind of looking at my career and figuring out if this is the right fit for me now. So before she left, fast forward at the lock-in, before she left the lock-in, she gives me a hug. And this is a student that's never talked to me really, never hugged me really, never given me, very BRF, just a straight face, no interaction. So she smiles. Yeah. So she smiles at me and she tells me, never stop teaching, Mr. Jackson. Never stop teaching. Just don't stop. Never stop. And I was like, what? Because this is a student that never says anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they said it, but a part of the way teachers work or teaching works is that the kids don't remember what you teach them all the time, because that's a lot of BS, right?
Yeah.
But they always remember how you make them feel. And so I think that's the key in life too, is to always remember how you make people feel, not necessarily what you do, but how they feel after you interacted with them. So my what's on my mind, my big takeaway is to follow your passion this week.
I would actually like to speak on that, because that's roundabout things that I was kind of thinking about. And no, I'm not going to quit what I'm doing, because I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm working in the electrical field, and it's amazing. It's awesome. I see a lot of new stuff. It's dangerous. I touch things people are very afraid to even get near, and I just go up, don't worry about it. See, look, fine. And, it trips them out, and it trips me out, because I'm like, damn, I was like this 2-3 years ago, and now I know, what I'm doing, so it's kind of cool. But on a side note to that, I enjoy messing with audio equipment, whether it's in the house, whether it's for your car, and like you were saying, the way you make people feel about it. A couple weeks ago, my nephew came over, and he had an amp and he had a sub. And he said, hey, Uncle John, I got this amp and I got this sub. This is my new car. And I said, okay. And I told him everything he needed to do. And he just looked at me with a blank face. And I was like, all right, let's go to the store. And I got his wiring kit and all that stuff. And then I told him again what he needed to do. And he said, okay, let's get started. And I was like, damn, I'm going to have to wire up this car. But I had me a beer before I started. I got into some shorts, grabbed my drill. Man, I had so much fun hooking this stuff up. Now, mind you, I'm looking over at him, and he's just spaced out in outer space. He's, look at the stars. And I'm like, you ain't going to learn nothing. But I'm enjoying myself just wiring up your car. And the crazy thing was, he works across town for where I live. He needed to be at work at 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock, and I am putting the last wire onto the amp. And I'm like, he's like, all right, it's all good. And I'm like, no, I still got like 10 minutes to make sure, everything is good. It sounds good. It doesn't blow your speaker as soon as you drive off. Like, you got to play with it a little bit before you just drive off. And then 8:15 rolls around, and I'm like, flick that switch. Flicks the switch, turns on. He's like, oh my God. He's jumping around. He's like, oh man, my truck knocking. Look at my van, it's knocking. I'm like, bro, you got like a 500 watt 10-inch sub. You ain't knocking, but you got bass in your sub. And I appreciate the way you're looking right now. And he was like trying to give me $20, and I was like, nah, man, I like doing this. And I still took that 20 though.
Yeah,
took
for
it.
your time.
Yeah. I went and brought some beer with it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Stay well oiled.
Yeah. I got to keep my alcohol to blood
I
level.
didn't think that was going to be the end of the story. I thought you'd be like, I didn't need the 20, but yeah, I took the 20. I took that 20.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Flip that, huh?
Yeah. I was like, man, I was sure going to the store after this too. Go ahead and put that in my pocket. And then he's been running around telling my sister, telling his sister, my niece, telling his brothers and stuff. And they're all like, yeah, man, that's actually pretty easy. But, the thing is, he didn't know how to do it. He came to me to get it done. And it was something that he really, really wanted. And I was able to provide that for him. And the look on his face was what you were just talking about.
Yeah.
So,
They'll take that away.
Yeah, those are great points y'all made, man. Following your passion. This podcast is for, people like us, man, who want to follow our passions, wants to do things out of the comfort zone, and that's where you're going to be successful, man. If you feel like you're doing something and it's not what you want to do, figure out what you want to do and do that.
pretty much.
Don't settle with, time is too short for you to settle with anything else. So
Yeah.
my cousin brought up great points. So, but let me get what's on my mind and go back to you, bro. Talking about the music showing my age. Look here, man. I was thinking about. I had this on my mind. I'm like, yo, these young kids. I feel so sorry for them, man. Because I was your generation too, dog.
No, we slipping.
Okay,
but you know me.
But
But I feel bad for them too.
I was at one of these jobs, like one of my jobs, and there was this one kid who was trying to. The music that they were listening to was a guy named Lucci.
And then LF.
Yeah, Lucci. And then Montana 300, right? So they were trying to give me, I was listening to a few songs, and they were like, seeing if I felt this or not, right? Because, mind you, these kids are 18. I'm 35. And I'm like, no, I don't like any of these songs. Ace Boogie, that's his name? I don't know. He's from New York. Every song that I heard, they were singing on. So I'm thinking, like, these are not rappers. These are R&B singers, right? No, they're rappers. No, they're not rappers because they're doing, that's not. Jodeci did that when I was back in. The song that I was singing earlier, that's what we did. We knew we did the differentiation between rap and singing. Mm-hmm. Do either one, but goddammit, don't say I'm singing and you rapping.
Right.
Or you rapping, you singing. No, you're singing. Come on, man. Like Tory Lanez, though.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez says he's a rapper, right?
He ain't.
But the song "Say It" was an R&B classic that he was singing. I mean,
Straight from who? Escape?
It was Brownstone.
Brownstone.
And so he was in his song. He did this number in his song, right? And I said, I'm gonna ride. When you do that, right? When you do the octaves, that's
Right,
not
you got
rapping.
a rift going.
Hey,
I didn't. Tupac never done that. Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm not gonna lie. When
I
you,
get around. No, he never done that. He never done that. I don't sweat so many tears. No, he never done that. So I feel sorry for you young kids. Look, for the youngsters who are listening to this podcast, maybe it's not a lot of you, but for the 2 or 3 who are, go on YouTube and listen to 400 Degrees. Go listen to Jay-Z Hard Knock Life, Volume 1.
Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt. Go listen to Dirty Money, UGK.
Oh.
Then come back to me, cuz. You got one? Anyone?
oh, you want to add? Oh,
Anyone, man.
oh,
Throw 'em
okay.
out there.
Let's
Throw 'em out
go.
there.
Let's go. Anything, most stuff.
Thug.com by Trick Daddy.
Oh.
Just go listen to it. Go to East 1999.
Yeah.
Bone Thugs.
Let's get real. Hold on, let me think of something. Y'all keep going. Let me think of something.
Go to any Swisher House.
Any switch.
Yeah.
Swisher House
Swisher
tape.
House.
Any screw tape.
SUC,
Screwed
Big
up quick.
Pokey,
Right.
Big Pokey, Big Mo.
Big Mo,
Lil
old school
Kiki.
Big Mo,
Oh
Kiki.
man.
Lil Kiki.
We got Baby in there and all the Louisiana ones, right?
Please, yes.
Yeah.
Hot Boys, go get that
Yeah.
Guerrilla Warfare.
Oh, who's the baby? Man, that album went so hard. It was Baby and his homeboy.
Oh, Manny Fresh.
Manny
Manny
Fresh.
Fresh.
Oh,
Big Timers.
man.
Big
All of them.
Timers. That
Big
used to be our
Timers.
shit.
All of them.
That
Love
shit went hard to the
Remember that?
motherfucker,
Yes.
man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
jamming that after this, man.
So,
Fuck it.
youngsters, don't talk to me
Number
about
one
rap.
stunner.
Number one stunner.
Number one stutter.
Youngsters, do not talk to me about rap until you can do the
Differentiate.
difference. Yeah, the differentiate. Get the difference between singing and rapping. Now, shout out to all them guys. I'm not a fan of Montana 300 or A Boogie or whoever the hell them niggas are.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know.
See, that's the problem. I don't know what's going on.
I
really
don't either. And
I
I
get
checked
what
out
you're
a
saying.
while
you're not
back.
missing nothing, though. That's the
And
thing,
that's what
though.
everybody keeps telling me,
You're
but
not
I
missing
checked
none of
out.
that.
I mean, the
Yeah.
radio, I don't even listen to it.
I mean, like, I'm really into, like, finding out what's out and what's new. And then I still get surprised, man. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And then it's like, I don't know who the hell these guys